Think about this. Our lovely Isaac Newton character, he's like kind of the mascot of the school. Isaac Newton said, anything that moves wants to keep moving. I'm not quoting it perfectly because I can't remember exactly what he said, but anything that moves wants to keep moving, and anything that stops wants to remain stopped. That means that it needs an external force to actually move that object, which starts getting a little complicated, but it's very, very simple. I'll give you this one clue. If you're animating a character walk, okay, you have a character standing, and you want that character to actually start walking, okay? If the object is stopped, it wants to remain stopped. So the only way that the object is actually going to move, there needs to be an external force. There needs to be somebody either pushing that object, pulling the object, or the object itself needs to do something to start moving, okay? And that's something, okay? When you want to have an object start moving, you need to grab that object off balance. Because when you find that object and you take it off balance, it's actually going to start moving. And that's how humans actually start walking. A walk, it's actually a series of falls that you're constantly catching yourself. Again, Isaac says to move an object, there needs to be an external force pushing it, pulling it in order to move it. So I'll give you an example. Okay? I'm going to crop my head, but it doesn't matter. What's important is the feet. Okay, so basically, I want to walk forward. Okay? My job as an animator is, pretend I'm the character and I want to move forward. Okay, so the way I move forward is not by lifting my leg, because I can lift my leg, but there's no motion to carry me forward. So, I can't really walk right now because there's nothing pulling me or pushing me. Since our body has weight, our torso, our upper body has weight, our legs, our arms, everything has weight. So basically, to start walking, we need to take ourselves off balance, meaning we need to shift our feet to push our body forward and keep pushing our body. Here's the line, okay? So as soon as that line passes the tips of the toes, as soon as that line passes, it means I'm going to be off balance. Once I'm off balance, I'm moving forward, and then that's when I start walking. All I have to do is I shift my leg forward, okay? So in order for a character to keep walking or moving, whatever speed it is, you have to keep that character off balance all the time in order to move. So the character, basically, if you want that character to start walking, you need to get him off balance, and then once it falls, all you have to do is grab those feet and catch the fall. But make sure that the feet are always either underneath this line, okay, or behind it. That way, I can constantly keep falling. Because, again, Isaac Newton said, one more time, when something stops, it wants to remain still. When something moves, it wants to keep moving. So if I get off balance, my body wants to keep moving, okay? So if I keep that tilt to my body and I'm always off balance, I'm always going to keep walking and nothing's going to stop me unless there's an external force that's going to stop me. But in animation and in body mechanics and everything, if I want to stop walking, what I have to do is the opposite of what I did to get me started to walk. So to start walking, I need to get off balance, right? And to get off balance and start walking. So vice versa is the same thing. I'm walking, I'm constantly off balance. If I want to stop walking, I have to tilt my body and put myself back in balance. Literally, this line has to be in between my feet. That way I can actually stop moving. That's the only way that you can stop moving if you control the movement. So to start walking, you need to literally get yourself off balance, okay? And then to stop walking, you're literally walking, and then you have to tilt your body back so you can catch yourself back in balance, okay? So that's pretty much it. Movement, it all has to do with getting yourself balanced and getting yourself off balance, okay? So basically, if you're animating a person walking, make sure that character actually gets off balance and he's actually going to fall. Like if the animation continues, he's going to fall. But that's when his leg sticks out, and that's when you start walking. So you need to ask yourself this: is that character off balance before he started moving? If the answer is no, then it's all wrong. The answer has to be yes. If not, the animation is wrong. And same thing goes to when the character's walking and running. If the character is running, if you see, and I'll give you an example. When you're walking, you just have to get off a little bit of balance, just not much because you're not going as fast. When you're running, you have to tilt your body way more, and that's what you see when people are running. They kind of tilt their body forward more because that way it gives them more speed. They're falling faster, so they have to go faster. So they're running like this, and then for me to stop running, I have to tilt my body all the way back to counterbalance and then get on balance again. And that's the only way that you can actually stop moving. So that's like that's a one thing that I wanted to tell you guys, and I wanted to make sure that you guys understand, because it's all based on weight and balance. That's all it is. That's body mechanics. This whole class is about weight and balance.